And then it's a ugly goat.
Watch it, Buster. You gotta
And
kick.
then...
Whoa!
Oh! Hey guys, Dr. Peter. I'm a veterinarian from South Africa, and in this video I'm going to review Ferdinand the Movie from a veterinarian's perspective in order to point out a couple of things that I just want to clear up for you and for your entertainment. Have fun, enjoy, and continue to watch until the end. Let's go! Oh well, okay. So in the life cycle of a butterfly is basically 4 stages. You've got the first stage, which are the eggs. The second stage, which is the larva or the caterpillar. The third one is the pupa, and only the fourth one is the butterfly. So this life cycle can range anything from 1 month to 1 year. And it doesn't happen just by snorting up one part and then sneezing out the other. Okay, he's trapped in the... Oh, wait, what is that? Ugh. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. You can see it's hurting. Those little eyes. The bee seems to me like a kind of a bumblebee, which is a special type of bee. The stinger is quite barbed, meaning it's got little spikes on it. So usually they use it to defend against other insects or small mammals. Unfortunately, the case with humans or bigger mammals, such as Ferdinand over here, when they sting us, then the stinger can't pull back because it gets stuck in the skin. So what happens is the bee stings, they try to fly away, expecting that nothing will happen, but then this part rips out, leaving a big hole in the gut with the internal organs hanging out, which is fatal, unfortunately. So usually these little guys, once they sting you, it's yeah, it's the end for them. Okay, I can see what they're doing here, portraying the bull in the china shop, which kind of portrays the metaphor of a person being clumsy and speaking too early and not really thinking what they're doing, which kind of points towards a little Ferdinand over here. Yeah. It's not gonna end well though. No. Oh! Okay. Well, there you have it. I told you. Let's see.
I think I found something sharp.
Okay. Wait, there's something. Ah, there we go.
Oh, sorry about that.
And then
So
it's
sorry.
a
Here you go.
ugly goat.
Watch it, Buster. You gotta
And
kick.
then...
Whoa!
Oh!
Holy beef-a-roni, you're ginormous.
Okay.
Listen.
Alright, so what's happening here, this type of breed is called fainting goats, which is a rare genetic disorder called myotonia congenita, which basically means the skeletal muscles in the goat kind of tenses up when they are exposed to severe stress or get frightened. They kind of stiffen up, fall over, and then after a while they relax again. It's usually not a painful condition to them, it's just some weird rare thing that happens. You can see some quite funny videos on the internet with the fainting goats if you want to. It's quite funny. Go watch it. Oh, that's a bit strange.
Hello, Machina. Hi. He was created in a lab. A freaking bull. Says nothing. Feels nothing.
Oh, some strong eyelids there.
Fun.
Okay. So she mentioned that this bull was made in the lab. I think she's referring to in vitro fertilization, where they take a oocyte from a donor cow and then fertilize it with semen from a kind of champion bull, creating an embryo which they then implant into a recipient cow, which is called the surrogate cow. I don't know if these bulls are particularly different than the rest in behavior, not from what I've seen, but yeah, this one seems a bit strange. I don't know. It should be interesting to see what comes from this guy. Oh, okay.
A little something from me to you.
Oh, another one. Okay.
Excusez-moi. Little bit of regurgitation.
I like the way she says that. The regurgitation that she's referring to is part of the process of rumination, which occurs in ruminants, such as cattle, sheep, goats, amongst others, where basically the digestive process consists out of 4 chambers: the rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. So basically what happens is it allows them to graze and swallow large chunks of food that goes directly to the rumen. And then later on, when they're in a safe place, they can regurgitate the curd, which we call the kind of bolus of food, rechew it, and then swallow it again. So basically this process allowed them to adapt better because they can spend less time feeding when they are most exposed to predators, and then later on when they're nice and safe back at home or in the camp or in a group, they can regurgitate and chew the cud and then swallow, and this whole process allows them to eat enough food in a very short time period. Alright, Ferdinand, what are you planning?
I'm going home. I'm going
No, don't do that.
Cow, that hurts.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a bit.
I'm fine.
But seems like it's alright. Okay, so many farmers use electric fence to keep the animals inside, mostly. And it seems quite painful, but usually these fences have a high voltage, low amperage, and low impedance, meaning that the shock that's delivered is mostly dependent on the amperage. So they do feel kind of a sting. If you ever touch an electric fence, you'd know, but it won't necessarily like harm them or even kill them if it has been installed properly. And basically they will start to respect the fence, not because of fear, but more of the annoyance of the shock.
The best against the best.
No,
To see who's the best. Test.
Best this?
Bones?
Ferdinand! Oh, I'm not.
You okay?
Why wouldn't I be okay? I just have allergies.
Oh yeah, sure. No, it's there's a lot of pollen in the air this time of year.
That's right. A lot of pollen makes my eyes water.
Poor Bones. Okay, so allergic rhinitis is quite an uncommon disease in cattle. It is usually caused by an allergic reaction to fungal spores or pollens, and when left chronic, they can develop multiple granulomas in the nasal cavity, which causes excessive sneezing and, well, eye-watering, as Bones describes it here. It's quite seasonally related, but uncommon in cattle.
Oh no! Ew. Yeah. Come on, little guy. Come on. Come back. Don't go into the light. Live, buddy, live! Sorry I almost killed you. Ow.
So CPR on a bunny, performed by a big grown bull. That's interesting. Technically you can perform CPR on a bunny, you just have to be very gentle because it's small and fragile. I don't know if a bull can do that, considering the big weight and the inability to balance on 2 legs doing like chest compressions. Yeah, and even the mouth to mouth, you're probably gonna burst the bunny's lungs. But I mean, it's a children's stories, so I'm not going to try and spoil that for you guys, but it's unrealistic. Have you ever seen those videos of the cat who has like socks on the feet? They don't like that, and they don't really cope with that. Now, I've never seen or tried putting socks on a bull. I would assume he's not gonna enjoy it and won't be able to walk so silently and majestically. No! Come on, Ralph. Can't do that, man. Even if you create it in the lab. So sometimes it happens that cattle ingest wires because whatever they put in their mouth, they will eventually swallow due to the fact that the papilla on the tongue points backwards. So they can't really spit anything out if it tastes funny to them. So what happens is they swallow the wire, it travels down the digestive tract into the reticulum, which is next to the heart, and because of the sharp end of the wire and the intra-abdominal pressure, that wire can puncture through the reticulum into the pericardium, which is the sac around the heart, causing fluid to accumulate and like fibrosis to kind of constrict the heart's ability to pump, which is known as traumatic reticulopericarditis, also known as hardware disease. Usually, this small piece of wire can kill a full-grown cow or bull.
Guapo! What? Whoa! Oh, Ferdinand! I did
Why is
not
Guapo
get bit
hanging
by a
on that
Camaro. I know.
alive?
And that's a good thing, trust me. I'm gonna get you down.
Thank holy goodness. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
There's a laser.
Oh no.
Wow. No.
Hang on!
From what I know of slaughterhouses, they don't have these machines that just crushes the body of the cow to try and make mincemeat. That doesn't even make sense because you will crush all the bones and the skin and the organs and you will just contaminate the carcass. So I think they just put this in to make it more dramatical. But just to clear things up, in a slaughterhouse they will first stun the cow or the bull, either by means of an electric stun to the head or the heart, or through a captive bolt in the head, which renders them unconscious, after which the throat will be slit and they will bleed to death. That is usually the standard. I know that some slaughterhouses around the world does not follow the correct protocols, and that can lead to animal welfare issues. So usually after the cow is slaughtered and the body parts are separated, the carcass is put in a freezer to keep the core temperature very low to prevent bacterial growth. It's not as low where the whole carcass will freeze in like a big ice block. That also won't make sense. Again, they're just adding it for the dramatic effect, but usually the carcass is cool but not frozen. Oh, come on, not again. It's funny, always in the way.
Your turn. Go!
Come on, Angus!
Again,
You can do it!
that's not possible. I mean, come on, Angus. Ah. That's new. I have never seen that, to be honest. Now Ralph is suddenly using a defibrillator to start the bunny's heart again. Might be because he ate electric wires previously, but there's no current going through the wires that was chewed off, hence there's no way that he can make an electric charge to defibrillate the bunny's heart. But it's a children's story, so who am I to judge? So the flag that the matador is using to lure in Ferdinand is red, and it's a common color to use, but it's not really dependent on the color of the flag because bulls are generally colorblind. It's more because of the movement that attracts their attention, kind of irritates them, agitates them, and then they are much more prone to attack this movement to try and get rid of it. In some cases, where the bull fought very well against the matador, they will pardon the bull, meaning that the matador won't kill him. This doesn't happen too often, but in this case Ferdinand showed both strength and compassion, and because it's a children's story, of course, Ferdinand's life has been spared. Why does all of this seem so familiar?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Now, bullfighting can be argued both ways. Animal rights activists claim that bullfighting is a cruel and barbarous sport in which the bull suffers severe stress and a slow, torturous death, whilst other people argue that the fact that the fighting bull lives a much more natural life for much longer than the average meat cow, and the fact that the sport has been linked to age-old tradition, and that the bull has a lot of adrenaline during the bullfighting, that they don't feel as much pain. They argue where the pros outweigh the cons, because the short duration of the actual fight and the pain suffered from that is justified by the fact that they can live a much longer, natural and happy life. So, what is your opinion about bullfighting? And do you think that it should be continued or not? Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to give a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell, as I'll be making new videos on interesting pet related topics every week. And make sure to share this video with your friends and family if you found it to be entertaining, and let me know which movie I should review next. As always, have a lekker day and I'll see you in another video next week. Cheers!